Good Monday afternoon, everybody. My name is Eli Robinson. I'm the Chief Trivia Officer here at Water Cooler Trivia. What do we do here? We have a weekly trivia game that we ask America, the world, the English-speaking people out there questions, and then you can play the game with your coworkers, your friends, your group, your organization, whatever it may be. And then we show up here on Twitch and YouTube and talk about the game, what happened, etc. You can find us online at watercoolertrivia.com. You can find me online at Water Cooler Trivia. This week's game, of course, called the Final Four in honor of both the men's and women's basketball tournaments that are coming to a conclusion next weekend. We introed the game by saying after a couple weeks of men's March Madness, the Final Four teams have emerged for a showdown on Saturday, April 1st at Houston's NRG Stadium. Congrats and good luck to all the Florida Atlantic, Miami, UConn, and San Diego State fans out there. It should be noted that if you had any of those teams, perhaps, or two of those teams in your bracket, you should probably go out and buy a lottery ticket right now. I do notice that the image is from a Duke regular season basketball game, but such is the Wikipedia life that we live. While an entire quiz about college basketball may not be appealing to most, it did get us thinking about some of the most famous fours of all time, as opposed to the Final Fours. And yes, we do understand that none of them are actually real, but that doesn't mean they haven't left an indelible mark on all of us. So everybody did very, very well on this quiz. We had a bunch of fictional foursomes out there. Over 60% of people got a perfect score. I would imagine there's going to be some disappointed people out there who got 9 out of 10 who were like, oh, I thought I was going to win, to not even be in the top 10 in their group, which we don't go for. But ultimately, this game just ended up being very straightforward, and we enjoyed making it. There's probably a couple people out there that really don't like pop culture, but other than that, exactly kind of what we were going for with how we designed it. Two questions I wanted to kind of call out that were very entertaining for me. The first is Samantha, Miranda, Charlotte, and Carrie may not be the best example of what our 30s and 40s look like in real life, but that didn't stop them from winning 7 Emmys on what late 90s, early 2000s HBO dramedy. So the answer is Sex and the City. And what was so amazing to me is we had a practically 50-50 split between people answering Sex and the City and Sex in the City. And it's so entertaining to me because, like, I would imagine that, like, you know, at the pearly gates, if your future was to be determined on whether or not you could remember that it was Sex and the City or Sex in the City, that basically half of the world is one way and half is the other. It doesn't ultimately matter. We did not count the incorrect one incorrect for the purposes of our game, as this is nothing more than simply pedantic. But if you ever find yourself trying to win a bar bet, we recommend trying to figure out if people actually know the name of the show. And ultimately, it would be particularly entertaining for us to see these arguments kind of play themselves out. But you should know that the correct answer is actually Sex and the City. The city and sex are two unique concepts as opposed to a preposition. And then second question, which we really enjoyed this week, Lena, Tibby, Bridget, and Carmen are 4 girls who, even though they wear different clothing sizes, can respectively all fit into a single pair of itinerant jeans in what 2001 Anne Brashare's coming-of-age novel. So what was particularly entertaining about this question is I have 2 images here for you to look at. So the image on the right is from the trivia game, and the correct answer to the question was the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. The image from the left is from a, I believe, 2001-2002 movie that's based on a 1990s book called The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. So both have women that are together, and both have the word sisterhood in it. Now, for those of you who are Jeopardy fans, you're familiar with the concept of a before and after when you actually connect 2 distinct answers to each other through a single word. So we actually had a number of people answer the Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which is a before and after that I wish I came up with myself. It is not correct. We went ahead and counted anything that had sisterhood and traveling pants in it. So if you had, Yaya Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, we actually counted it as correct. It's obviously not the right answer, but it was close enough for what we go for around here. But just wanted to draw a distinction that these 2 things are very different pieces of work, and hopefully moving forward, they can be kept separate from one another. Once again, my name's Eli Robinson. I'm Chief Trivia Officer here at Water Cooler Trivia. Really enjoyed everybody playing this week, and we're back next week with one of our mystery rounds. Until then, keep on trimming on.